So before I start this movie review, I want to give a shout out to IMDb, where I get all my information and fun facts from. What's up, everyone? Movie Mania Nick here. I'm actually going to do this movie review for a special person. If you want to go check out her channel, it's called Nez Lover. She actually recommended this to me to see this movie. And to tell you the truth, I kind of liked it. So the movie is called The General from 1926. It starred Buster Keaton, Marion Mack, Glenn Cavender, and Jim Farley. And the directors were Clyde Bruckman and Buster Keaton. So this movie is basically about when Union spies steal an engineer's beloved locomotive, he pursues it single-handedly and straight through enemy lines. All right, guys, I saw this, and like I said before, I enjoyed this film. It is a silent motion picture. There's no sound except for the music, but I liked it. You can basically tell out of all Buster Keaton's films because of his face. He has one of those faces that he tells the story from his face. The expressions he makes from his face. He does all his own stunt work. But most of all, this movie is a comedy. It is a comedy film. Like I said, I enjoyed this. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp's character in the Pirates of the Caribbean. Basically, he would do things, and he doesn't really know he would do it until it happens in a funny way. Like, he does one thing, he doesn't know what he's doing, and then all of a sudden, it all plans out. It's really weird. Especially, there's a scene where there's a locomotive, he's on the locomotive, and he's trying to shoot this big barrel, like a cannon, basically. But the thing falls straight, so you think once it goes off, it's going to shoot into his locomotive. But the way it makes a left turn, and then the other train is going in front of him, it shoots just barely missing his train and shoots the other train. You have to see it to understand it. It's really well done. The cinematography, the acting, it's very well done. And you know what the best thing about this is? There was no CGI. It was all real. Everything was real. And of course, this is just one of many of Buster Keaton's films. So if you want to check this out, I actually watched it on YouTube. So if you go check it out on YouTube, it is actually there. It's free. So if you want to see this film, I recommend to see this film. I think it's a good film. But like I said, there's no sound, only the music. So when the actors are talking, you don't hear their voices. You actually have to read what they're saying. So yeah, I recommend to see this film, especially if you like old-time classic silent movies, especially Buster Keaton movies. And now it's time for fun facts. Buster Keaton said this was his favorite of his own movies, based on a true incident during the Civil War. Also, the scene where Johnny and Annabelle refill the water reservoir of the train, Marion Mack said in an interview that she had no idea that she was supposed to get drenched because Buster Keaton did not tell her what was supposed to happen. So the shock you see is genuine. The final battle scene sparked a small forest fire around the river. This was filmed in Oregon and Marietta, Georgia. The Union and Confederate armies were played by 500 members of the Oregon National Guard. 3 locomotives were used in the film, one as the General, one as the Texas, and one as a spare. In the train crash, a dummy was used as the engineer. It looked so realistic that the townspeople who had come to watch screamed in horror. And finally, when the Texas goes over the burning bridge and plummets into the river, the looks of shock on the faces of the Union officers were real. The actors who played them were not told what was going to happen to that train. And that's it, guys. That is my movie review for The General, which came out in 1926. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, smash that like button, share, support, hit that notification bell, notify you my next video or vlog will be up. And check me out on Instagram under the same name, Movie Mania Nick. And remember, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes!